Alright guys, we're back with isca31 here, Mike, Rob, and Tyler, to go over the semi-limited and the unlimited cards in the April 1st, 2015 ban list.
With a brief mention of Symbols of Heritage.
No, we forgot Symbols of Heritage. It's irrelevant. Cool.
Sure. I think maybe we can mention why.
Alright, yeah, so Symbols went to 1.
Because Lone Fire went to 3.
Yeah, because Lone Fire went to 3. There's a lot of loops with that. And that would have been really degenerate, really unhealthy for the game.
What is DeLorean at for us?
1.
DeLorean's still at 1.
2,
so
no, it's at 2, isn't it?
2, whatever. It's not at 3, so that'll probably go back to 3 at some point.
Next list. Yeah, because Symbols of Heritage is the only thing that makes that, like, any of those things good.
Between Lone Fire and DeLorean, there are FTKs and so many loops.
Future Fusion FTK.
Yeah, with Symbols of Heritage. So it's at
Looking
1, so Lone Fire goes
moving
back to 3.
forward.
Yep.
So I guess we'll go from left to right. We got Charge.
To 2. Woo.
2, yeah. I mean, the Dragon Rulers are banned, so they don't really have a feasible way to get their Eclipse Wyvern JDs back outside of if they want to play like the Chaos Dragons or something, which is not very good. So sure, Charge can come back. It doesn't really do anything for them at all. They get to search, but the deck's just not very good.
We'll see a lot of them.
You'll see a lot of them, but
yeah,
it's not going to be good.
Yeah, we'll see a lot.
you won't see a lot of the top tables past like round 4. That's just how it'll be. Xian.
Who cares?
Yeah, I mean,
Gateway's still banned.
Gateway's still banned, and at this point, Nat Beast is honestly the better way to go.
Yeah. I mean,
Xian's not really going to do anything.
It's pretty much irrelevant.
Like, I always
It'll go to 3.
Like, I always bring up something whenever someone mentions like Nat Beast or Xian, because like if you're playing the cause, you just go search Dance Princess and then just do your plays as normal. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
You have a searchable outro on it.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, speak a little louder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the party.
Yeah.
I should probably also lean in.
Yes, Xian.
Xian's relevant.
Sacred Sword.
Well, Dragon Rulers are gone, so
yeah,
that
so-
card can go back. This is probably that along with Ravine, which we didn't mention. Now that the Dragon Rulers are gone, I'm sure we'll start seeing a lot of cards that were banned because of them start to come back. Such as that.
Think Super Rejuve will ever come back?
No, honestly, I have no idea. Like,
It depends on how many draw cards they release and how, like, Exodia. It'll always be
I think
in the
they
back of
could
their mind.
just put it back to 1. But at that point, like, I don't
like what's the point?
It's such a hit or miss card, where it's either like broken Dragon Rulers or it's in just some Exodia deck that some 5-year-old or some other person's just gonna
Or
play.
like all the other cards, just like card destruction or like that stuff, like that's banned. It's like how much is Exodia actually gonna draw off of it?
It all depends on what else comes out. I mean, a card like that it's another one that prevents other support for dragons. Like if they
Maybe
make
like
anything that says discard a dragon, it's immediately good because of Super Rejuvenation.
Is there anything like do any of the new Red Eyes cards do anything like that? Oh my God! What?
Thank you.
Quick interruption from Pablo.
This featuring Pablo.
Yeah, featuring Pablo.
Alright.
Oh, I didn't know that was a super.
Yeah, it's a future video.
Fun fact, yeah. Rose Archer is a super. I didn't know that.
7 profile coming. Don't worry about it yet.
You have so profiles coming.
So yeah, 7 swords, not really going to do too much. It could be played in the new Red Eye support, but they already have their own draw card. I don't know how reliant on the Red Eyes monsters being in the grave or on the field.
From what I've seen, it's pretty reliant. So I don't
think they'll play.
You might play.
Maybe
depends.
play it, or one of it. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Sylvans.
It's going to go to
some
3.
reason.
What about Bria?
Alright, Brio. It doesn't really do much. Like,
I played the deck. I went undefeated late here with 2 Bryonax. I think the only issue where it actually hurt to play 2 Bryonax came at the end of like a game where I was already winning. Yeah, obviously having 3 is great, you get more searches, but in the big scheme of things, it's really not that big of a difference. You got plenty of ways to get it back, which is just Unicorn.
Yeah.
But, like, it's honestly, it's not a
Senju
big deal.
Manju's still both at 3, so
it's
it
more,
won't matter.
Yeah, it's more of just like a love tap than like a real hit. And I understand because they're still new, so they want to give them a little bit more time to dominate the format.
I think it was pointless.
Yeah, I think, again, I'm sure Mike agrees, I think it should have just been prep, Manju, Senju, all to 1.
Yep.
I think that should have been the way to hit it. This way they could push the product even more. But you know what? what happened happened. Nothing you can really do about it.
Scout.
It's probably to just be like, oh yeah, we did hit, like directly hit Necroz and so.
Yeah. Scout. I do not think this was necessary at all. With how they hit the deck, not one bit. There's so much spell and trap hate that this card's not really on the field for more than a turn or two anyway.
Like, it's still recoverable, sort of, with climate change, but...
And honestly, they still have 5 copies, so it's not like they took a huge hit there. I just didn't think it was needed with Sacrifice getting limited and Skill Drain Entities getting limited.
Yeah, I think, like I said before, if it was just, like, Sacrifice to 1, Disc to 1, I think that would work for me.
But Scout is pretty...
I still don't agree with Disc, but...
You said you were fine with it.
No, I think it does nothing. I would be fine with Disc at 1. It literally does nothing to the deck.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you meant, like, those, I would be okay with those hits.
Yeah, no. Honestly, playing the deck for so long, I think it was pointless. I would have hit Summoner's Art.
So they couldn't hit Summoner's Art? They couldn't hit Summoner's Art because all the sneak cards are all vanillas.
They could do whatever they want. They
Obviously,
really
but they want to push that for...
I know.
To appeal to the cash.
Yeah, no, they just want to push the products.
I would have hit Summoner's Art and Sacrifice. That would have been enough for me. But they pretty much railed the deck with hitting the floodgates because that's the only thing really keeping them in this format now.
That was the other thing that was keeping up so a lot of decks like Senju were only in the game because of the
The
floodgates.
amount of floodgates they could
They
play.
were never really in the game. They were just kind of a surprise factor.
Fun were in the game.
But Scout just seemed so unnecessary with everything else that
It
happened.
was like adding insult to injury.
Yeah, it was just railed.
So the Unlimiteds.
I think that's all the...
Yeah, that's all of them.
Yeah, so we're only missing the baby rulers, but they're irrelevant.
Yeah, the Baby Rulers don't really mean anything. They were only good because of the Big Rulers, and since the Big Rulers are banned, the babies can all come back
It's
to
not that
3.
they were good because of the big rules. They were playable because of the big rules.
Yeah, they existed only for the...
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. Like, rulers are gone, little rulers can come back, and that's it.
Okay.
So Lone Fire. Sylvans get a lot of support. They have another really good normal summon. More consistent ways to hit the Hermitry to start getting their plays rolling, which is obviously really good.
Plus, it makes Soul Charge that much better.
Yeah, it makes Soul Charge insane, so I guess Soul Charge can stay at 1. I suppose.
I don't know how much consistency it's going to actually add, but it was time.
I mean, opening 3, I mean, opening it that extra little bit is obviously good. You might see some like plant synchro decks start to come back a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
For like a week.
Yeah, the hype about it. You know, maybe Joe Orlando will come up with something. We'll see. Again. So yeah, Lone Fire, there's really not too much to talk about. It hasn't been very good in a very long time. So coming back to 3 was only a matter of time till it.
I mean, and Sylvans are cool, so maybe this was just, maybe that was something, like one of the things that they needed, along with the 2 new cards that they got indirectly. Like, just start playing them again. Like, they were always a cool deck. Very skillful deck most of the time, sometimes, about half the time.
That's Lone Fire. Next up is, we couldn't find a convocation, so we just put a tomb here. It's, in my opinion, it's pretty relevant. I mean, the Dragon Rulers are gone.
So Heretics really don't do
Yeah, the
anything.
Dark
They
Matters
can,
aren't very good.
yeah, I mean, you can still do Dark Matter with just the Heretics.
And the Chaos Dragons or something like that.
Yeah, like
that's
you can
still a thing.
like it's still like that is probably what they did. Is like, okay, we'll make the Dark Matter deck playable, because like I said, you can still Dark Matter with just the Heretics. You don't need the Dragon Rulers. The Dragon Rulers just make it like.
Yeah, and even with the, if you put like the Chaos Dragons like Light Pulsar and stuff, the reason why the Chaos Dragon deck was so good was because the Future Fusion. And now that the Future Fusion on legs, so maybe that deck could see some play. Yeah. And the Convocation 3 obviously will help with the consistency to get the ball rolling. I mean, I highly doubt it's going to do anything. It's just, it appeals to the deck and it helps. It's like, hey, sorry about the little bit of the Dragon Ruler thing. Here's Convocation back.
Road is
Are we okay?
I guess you could have
I think it literally does nothing. I think somebody will pick up the deck for an hour and then put it right back down.
Cooper we had.
it's just not.
Yeah, no.
Andy, I get.
But the good news is that
And like especially with
I can play my favorite deck at locals. That's cool.
Pull my profile. After. That's Andy.
Oh yeah, cool. The card didn't really see much play. We'll see what you guys play.
I got
Packs. All right. Little pack opening.
I owe Mike K back.
and Void Bat.
Okay. So,
So
I've been Farfa.
I'm gonna take that.
stealth.
Really?
Don't really me. I did better than you.
Someone want to open my packs?
Yeah.
I can't.
So these are so old packs. And if they're better, I'm gonna keep this card.
That's usually what happens anyway.
I'm gonna just give them back.
Well, basically
Don't even
everyone
know what it does.
else is pulling garbage.
Void Seer.
Oh, nice.
In before Inferno support.
There is Infernoid support.
Yeah. You got it before it comes out.
Yes, the Colonel. Nice.
Congratulations, you pulled terrible.
Usually how it goes.
Yeah, so Royal irrelevant.
Did it come out at 2? Yeah, then main phase 2 Trish.
Yeah, maybe it's because yeah, that's a thing.
Like too late.
Yeah, it's just late. I mean, it's not going to do anything. I'm going to build a deck because it's not going to do anything. Like Spirit, Wolfbark, and Bear were all ridiculously insane a year ago.
When ending your turn with a +3, like that with a +3 setup for next turn, where you go like, okay, I have tanky and all that stuff for next turn.
Even then, though, it was an empty +3. All you really did was put formations on the field and have a bear.
Right.
With a 2200 piece stick or with it like plus whatever.
And then when you're playing Inferno, you gotta reach
27 because I played Raven.
You're insane. It's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
It's good.
Like honestly, like, a lot of these things that are gonna happen, like with this list, it seems honestly like, a lot of these just like on summon, like activate effect. It's just if anything, it's all just effect failure.
Oh yeah,
Effect failure is gonna be
I cannot
insane.
stress enough how much of a hand trap format I think this common format's going to be.
Yeah, so like effect failure is gonna be everywhere. Stopping all those.
Maybe they're bringing back all these cards of formatted advance. So maybe next list may be huge. Maybe we'll finish off
Next list?
Necros, finish off EAs, finish off Shadals. Since the support coming out doesn't seem very good.
It's not even like real support. Phenomenal difficult.
No, I'm talking about the support for the next.
Zephyr
They don't seem very good.
Oh, the Zephyr.
So maybe they're bringing back all these different archetypes now, and then
I know this
almost as a test run or something. And then next one that's kind of like a reset.
maybe. I don't know.
And Necro's not very good.
And it's good against Necros. It's good against Necros. It's like there's so many.
Necro Shadow format. That's what's gonna happen.
It'll be like a Necros VA Shadow format.
Yeah, I think like Torgat for 1 doesn't really hurt VA that much.
Core Guide to 1 is nothing. I mean, obviously the stuff's
It just means I don't know my tour guide.
I was.
If anything, it means that Libic sees more play.
I was talking to Andy was saying like, oh, they lose their big opening play with some tour guide, McGrath, make double Dante.
Half the time they go special.
They just special it anyway, make double Dante, and then the only thing I think it stops is their late game. If they're searching the storm, they're not gonna have tour guide.
So for some crazy chance you out-resource Burning Abyss, which is unheard of, you only have one tour guide. We'll see what this report comes out for with this next season and everything. But
I'm really excited for this format.
I'm not.
It's a good format for combo decks.
It's a format for one deck. That's it.
It's a good format. It's a good format for every deck that doesn't lose its staff.
I hate one deck format. Like, it might not be one deck format BA, is that they still get it.
I think the top three is going to be Shadal.
I don't think it's going to be I don't think Shadal's good enough.
I mean, they still have that.
I think it's going to be like
knockout.
I think it's going to be a case of the old Teledad format, except Teledad can switch between Necros and BA. Or
One gas
where it's going to be like one or two Shadals, and then the rest of it's going to be like majority using Necros, and then a significant less number is going to be Burning Abyss.
play 9 rounds with Shadows and not play Necros.
Oh no, you're going to play Necros.
How are they going to make it? How are they going to?
You can be like Rob and drop BLS Dark Armed every game.
I mean, yeah. Super duper.
Attack?
Yeah,
Got this. Okay, get over it.
Yeah, it's going to be like main mistakes. You're going to have to play.
Then MST becomes this weird thing because like, oh, no one's gonna make a mistake. There's no floodgates,
Yeah.
and then like Shadals or
That's like
whoever,
some Inzektor
or even
stuff
like
right there.
Burning Abyss, maybe will just come in making mistakes and then just like I have no outs.
That's what it's going to be. But anytime your deck is being forced to play floodgates and all these not good
that
traps on the
automatically
road,
means
they're
that-
the worst deck.
Yeah,
Necros
yeah.
is the best deck, and that's it. And I hate it because like it's just Necros and then kind of BA, and that's it. I don't think Shadow's going to be there. No matter how many traps you play, you're still just going to lose to Necros.
I think the rogue, like the anti-meta decks are going to be Satellar, the Star Terrors come out. I still don't think that's going to be good enough.
It's not going to be good enough. They lost it.
Yeah, they still have Alvaro, which is really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's important.
Heroes being able to go first and just go Dark Law, obviously really good. Alright.
Well, thanks guys. Make sure to check out their channel, isca31, and
If we ever post videos.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Don't worry.
We can put a link somewhere.
yeah, we will. Don't worry.
Cool.
And we'll be back with some more videos later. All right, see ya.